Hi everybody, welcome back to Enjoying Retirement. Today is another cooking for old guys. It is spaghetti. Here's what we're going to be using. It's a fairly simple and quick recipe, but it sure does taste good. Like most of our recipes, they all start with one diced onion. Go ahead, turn the stove on to about 4 or so, 4 to 5, put a little bit of oil in there, and start sauteing that onion. Give it about 4 or 5 minutes till it's nice and soft and flavorful, and then we'll move on. Okay, looking good. Now we're going to add 1 pound of ground turkey from our vacuum sealed bag, which has kept it nice and safe, and we're going to break that up with our large wooden spoon. Just keep working at that until you get down into small, manageable pieces. And then we're going to brown that. That'll take another 3 or 4 minutes. Just keep stirring, make sure it's browned on all sides and broken up nicely. All right, looking good. Let's get to our sauce. We're going to lower the heat to 2. It's going to be plenty warm, and we're going to bring our sauce to a simmer. First thing we're going to do is add in 1 can of diced tomatoes. Make sure they're diced. And then another can of diced tomatoes, this time with green chilies in it. If you don't have both of those, just add 2 cans of diced tomatoes and 1 can of smoked green chilies. And then you add 1 can of tomato paste. It's a little bit thicker, so use a small spatula to get it out. And then take it over to the sink, fill it up with water, and come back and add the water to it as well. And that'll help you get the rest of the paste out too. And then just stir everything up nicely. Now we're going to be adding our spices, always. There's that heap of minced garlic. And then we're going to have 1½ teaspoons of oregano and another 1½ teaspoons of basil, followed by 1 teaspoon of parsley, as well as 1 teaspoon of salt and 3/4 or so teaspoon of ground black pepper. Once you have all that in, stir it up really well. And now we are going to just let that simmer for about 15 minutes. I got to tell you, I don't know if it's the green chilies or the spices or what, but this spaghetti sauce is really good. Okay, and you can make that up early. Longer it sits, the more everything comes together and the better it tastes. So 15 minutes, just make sure you keep stirring during that time, and you will be good to go. There we are, we're done. Now it's time for the spaghetti. I always thought this was pretty simple, but my wife had a better idea. So we're going to turn the stove up to about 5, maybe 6, put on our large frying pan or large skillet, and we are going to use chicken stock instead of water. This chicken stock really gives it that extra flavor, so not only will you be getting flavor from the sauce we just made, but the spaghetti itself is going to be flavorful with the chicken stock. We're going to simmer that for about 12 to 15 minutes and get it as soft as you want it. It can be al dente or softer. One thing about cooking pasta and things like that is it has a tendency to foam up. So if you just keep the lid cracked a little bit, that will help. Or if it does start to foam up, just lift it off for a little bit and it'll be good. All right, we're about done here. Now we're going to drain it and plate it. Then we're going to go and add the spaghetti sauce that we just made, and we have one beautiful and delicious dinner. Hope you enjoyed it. Got something out of this. It's a fairly simple recipe. I think anyone can do it. And as always, I am enjoying retirement.